What is up, everybody? Welcome back into the channel. In this one, I'll be doing my NFL division winner predictions for each division. I'm going to start from the NFC and then go to the AFC. Before we get into the video, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, smash that like, and turn on post notifications so y'all get notified whenever I post a new video. So let's get into it. So let's start off in the NFC North, okay? There are four solid teams here. And I'll just list the teams: Packers, Vikings, Lions, and Bears. Now, honestly, I have Detroit. So I'm going to just explain why I have Detroit, and then I'm going to explain why the other three teams are going to be below them. The Lions have had one of the best offenses in the NFL in 2024. You have one of the best running backs in the league with Jahmyr Gibbs. You have one of the best receivers in the league with Amon-Ra St. Brown. Jameson Williams is still so talented. If he just stays healthy this year, doesn't get into any trouble, he will put up over 1,000 yards, in my opinion. You have a talented tight end in Sam Laporta. He will bounce back. Jared Goff is still capable, even though he does have his moments when he's just throwing the ball around. He's still a talented guy. And defensively, you got guys like Kirby Joseph. You have guys like Aiden Hutchinson there. And this is a really, really solid team. Now, Packers don't really have the defense, honestly. Not as good as defense as Detroit, in my opinion. Now, Minnesota can rival it. I just think that Detroit is just more talented overall, offensively and defensively. Yes, Minnesota has the best receiver in National Football League in Jay Jettis, but the Lions have one of the best running backs in the league in Jahmyr Gibbs, so it balances out. And I do think that Sam Laporta is going to bounce back this year. And the Bears, they have talent. You have Roma Doomsday. You have DeAndre Swift. You have Caleb Williams. But it's just not enough, and they still have more time to grow, but they're okay. So for the NFC North, I have the Detroit Lions taking that division. Prediction about wins, I'll take 11-6. 11-6 as their regular. Their ceiling is for me 13-4, and their floor is probably 10-7. Okay, so let's go to the NFC South, and this is an interesting division here. So we're going to talk about this one. So I have Tampa winning the division pretty easily, in my opinion. Tampa has Mike Evans, who's going to have 1,000 yards a year. They have Bucky, one of my favorite running backs coming out of that year. I love Baker Mayfield and what he's able to do, how he's able to sling the ball, how he's able to put up 40-plus touchdowns last year and over 4,000 yards in 2024. I like Chris Godwin and Emeka Egbuka. Defensively, Levante David. I believe they still have Vita Vea there. That's a really talented team, and I think this is a really good team. Definitely going to win the division, in my opinion. The rest are mid. Saints are probably the worst team in the NFL. Weak QB options, old defense, just mid defense overall. Receiving core is okay. There's guys like Chris Olave and Rashid Shaheed that have potential. Haven't really came to the potential yet. AK-41 is just good. It's just wow. It's a really disappointing team, and I don't think they're gonna do anything this year. Just so much more competition that they have to go through, and they're probably gonna miss the playoff by an easy margin here. Carolina is cool. I like Adam Thielen. He's cool. I like Xavier Legette. I like Bryce Young. It's just that, they're not amazing yet. They still have more time, to grow and, become that big playoff contender that people want. If Carolina, maybe in a couple years, if Carolina, really figures things out and stays and gets consistent, they can be a playoff contender. I know Carolina fans are excited to see how good they're going to do this year. I think they're going to be better than last year. If they have Jonathan Brooks out healthy, if they have Adam Thielen for the whole year, a talented guy like Xavier Legette, this offense is the best part of the team, and we're going to see what they do. I just do think they are not going to be first place over Tampa Bay. And Atlanta, they're whatever. I like Drake. I like Bijan, I like Darnell Mooney. Just another team that, they're just there. They're just 9-8, 8-9. They just float around 500, float under or over 500. They could have a decent year though. Bijan, I think, is the top 3 running back in the league, and I do have him over 98% of the league. He's just not over Saquon, not over Derrick Henry yet, because he's been doing it for way longer than Jameer. And Tampa, I do have their regular. This is going to be another 11-6. I have their ceiling. This is a hot take. Their ceiling for me is going to have to be... this is tough. Give me 13-4. I think that if the defense plays phenomenal, if they stay healthy, Mike Evans there, he's still talented. Chris Godwin, and when he comes back, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. You're going to have Emeka Egbuka, one of the most talented receivers coming out of Ohio State, really talented. Bucky can finish top 10 this year. Baker is one of the best QBs in the NFL and has surprised many, many, many fans out there. Phenomenal team, and you have a decent tight end like Cade Otton. And Tampa is so talented. Let's go on here to the NFC East. I'm gonna say this one right now. It's gonna be Philly. I'm not gonna really explain. You have stacked offense all around. Hurts is a top 10 QB in my opinion. And the defense should be good. Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, Zach Vaughn, and you have one of the best offensive line in the league in Lane Johnson. Now, two great teams, one just mid. Dallas is good, but we're going to have to see what Dak does this year. I am high on George Pickens this year. I'm high on a lot of their guys. Just don't think they're going to finish over the Eagles. Now, Washington is the closest to finish over the Eagles. They have one of the best talent in the league. They have so much potential. They had an amazing year. Jayden Daniels took his team to the his rookie season to the NFC Championship. Obviously, do get blown out by Philly. It is okay, though. He's not even fully experienced yet, and he still did that, which is incredible. Terry McLaurin, Debo, and a pretty solid defense. But, like I said, just not much experience compared to Philadelphia. The Giants will finish at the bottom of the division. Cool defense, solid team, but just not good enough. Probably just float around 500. Washington Commanders, I do think that their regular record is going to be 12-5. I do think that their ceiling, hot take, this is going to be a tough one. It's probably, my regular record might just be their ceiling. I don't know if they're going to finish over that. Floor, hot take, 9 games. If Jayden Daniels have a sophomore slump, hopefully not really amount of great running backs there since Brian Robinson Jr. got traded. You do have Cross Gamera there, and Rodriguez, and Austin Eckler, but not the greatest of running backs. They've never had great running backs right now, but that's probably their ceiling. I mean floor, and your floor is still over 500, so that's pretty solid. Now, NFC West, it's some favorite NFL team here, Seattle Seahawks, and I do think that the LA Rams win the division. I think they're the best all-around team. Kyron, Puka, Adams still has it. Stafford can still do it, and pretty good defense. I do think that Stafford will have a good year. I think that Davante Adams will have a good year, and I do think Puka's going to break out if he stays healthy. Now, that's the reason why I have the LA Rams. Now, the Niners, the reason I don't have them is because they lost a lot of their defensive guys. They lost Talanoa Hufanga. They lost Drake Greenlaw. So losing those guys will hurt. So that's why I don't have San Fran. Seattle, just not sure about Sam Darnold. He's a question mark. Question mark about Cooper Kupp. But the defense is really solid. I just don't see us finishing over LA. And the Cardinals are just mid. Now, I think the Rams are going to be 11-6. I think their floor is going to be 9-8. And the question mark is on that defense, but they can get it done. Their ceiling's gonna be 13-4 though. It's so talented team offensively, and just talent all around. I think they were gonna win the NFC West. Pretty decent margin. We're gonna move on to the AFC right now. Now the AFC North here. I'm gonna have Cincinnati. The offense is just so talented. Defense is a question mark, but they're just so talented offensively. Joe Burrow is one of the best QBs in the league. Chase Brown is one of the best young talents in the National Football League as well. And you have Jamar Chase and T. Higgins as your receivers. I think that they will finish first place. Ravens are good. I don't really have any reasons why I have the Ravens other than they can definitely do it. Browns, probably the third worst team in the league. The defense has some redeemable qualities, but I just don't think they're good enough. And Steelers, they're just older now. Just don't know about them defensively. DK, we don't know about him. Just a lot of question marks for that team. Bengals for me, 12-5. Ceiling 14-3. Offense is electric. Floor 10-7. Floor 10-7 for the AFC North. I think have the Bengals gonna win. Now, for the AFC West, I'm gonna take the Chargers. Justin Herbert, he can win MVP. And if he stays out, he'll be electric. Like McConkey, Keenan Allen, and Amar Hampton, super talented offensively. I do have them winning this division. Denver's right on their butt. Don't really have explaining for that. Kansas City, I just don't think they're going to be the same for this long. They're going to have a weaker year. This might be decent, just not on the level of LA Chargers. And the Raiders going to be at the bottom. Record for them, 12-5. Ceiling 13-4. Floor 10-7. And the last two divisions, not really much to explain. I'm just going to name them. AFC South. Not AFC South. We're going to do AFC East. It's going to be Bills. They're going to be first place in the division like always. And finally, guys, to round this out, AFC South, Texans. If they stay healthy, Stroud is a beast. Nico Collins is one of the best receivers in the league. And Nick Chubb, he might take that next step. The teams below these teams don't really have a chance. Yes, I like the Pats. Yes, I do like Tennessee. They're just not nearly on the level of the Texans and the Bills. So those are all of my predictions for each division winner. Make sure y'all hit that sub, turn on post notifications. I'm out. Peace.